We take two, made one. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Motor's still not in. You know, we're working on it. So just got back from work. Had maintenance service kits to do. Got those done. I got little things to do over there, but then we can drop this in. We should be good to drop it in. We will see, I guess. It's raining. I think the next 24 hours we're supposed to get some sort of rain the whole period. So the first, up until tomorrow morning, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna get like 0.03 inches an hour or something like that. But then we're supposed to get like a 1/4 inch an hour, stuff like that when the storm starts coming through. So yeah, we won't be doing any mowing. Big surprise coming, a good surprise coming for the farm. So I'm excited for that. We'll see that this weekend. Today is Thursday the 8th. So by this weekend, we're gonna have a surprise. Should be good. Should be really, really good. Andy's on his way over. He's gonna give me a hand putting this motor in. That means if I get the motor in, I can work in the shop in the rain, outside of the rain, and everything will be good. I was gonna haul manure with the semi, but the fields are damp enough that I don't think that's a good idea. So the tanker, the pull type tanker on the 6155M has been hauling manure for the last 2-3 hours. He should get most of the hay ground done, not the stuff across town that we finished up 2 days ago, but otherwise he should be getting most of it done. But yeah, it's gonna sprinkle and rain. That should make third cutting on that awesome. Like, we like the rain. It's got to stop at some point so we can get into doing some field work, doing more cutting. But this weekend looks good up until next Monday. So hopefully we can hammer it out. I got Andy driving some. And what's the surprise should really help us going. So, alrighty, let's dive into this. I got to put a starter. I got a new starter for it. And otherwise, that's pretty much it. We'll put the jack underneath to get the transmission up so we can slide the motor into it. And then we're going to put motor mounts on that. Otherwise, everything, it should drop right in, I think. Yeah, so that's my 3,000 gallon Husky tanker that we got 2 years ago. Pulls nice, spreads nice. It's a good tank. Got it out of Kentucky. I bought it online for like 600 bucks. Yeah, that was a good deal. So he's running that. Yeah, and the 7520 still sitting over there. It's together-ish. A lot of little things to go together, but otherwise, it's not a priority. Pickup's a priority. So, with that being said, this is what I got for a starter. Yeah, I figured as long as I was in there, I'd put a starter in there because it is a pain to get to. So, yeah, HD starter. But are you soaking wet? Oh, wow, that was like the 6th try. You're getting sloppy. You want one more? I'll throw it once more. Put a little hustle. Come on. I'll throw it. Yeah. Priorities. Got to throw the ball. But we'll get this jacked up. I'll get the 2 engine mounts on. Got to spin it around. And then we'll set it down on there. No, you're done? Come here. I'll throw it once more. Come on. You a good boy? Look at you. There you go. Good catch. That side's good, and then we're just gonna pop it in. Got the dream team. Yeah, what could go wrong? Hey, we're on 3 wheels right now. We take 2, made 1. That's how babies are made. Okay, Andy, remember that. Birds and the bees. First time you ever had that talk was in...
I actually never had the birds and the bees talk.
You just had it.
Never had it.
It's in. So, got the trans bolts going to the rear cover, but we got to reach through here. And I forget exactly how. I think I went through right through here, and we got to bolt in the flex plate bolts onto that. Get an extension out to here, and tighten those, and then from there we can do the motor mounts and put the starter, and then we're good for today. We're back. Motor is in. I got some things to do, and then we got to start dressing everything in the engine bay, running wires, figuring out all that. Yeah. Big party. It is raining. What's today? Friday? Friday the 9th? Weatherman says we're supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches of rain. I'm hoping we only get an inch. So we don't really need much more rain, but can't curse it. Gotta farm with it, and I'd rather have rain than drought. So we can battle with rain. We can't battle with drought. Alrighty, we're gonna dive into this. Andy's gonna be over later. I got a bunch of little button up things before we really figure out what we're doing. So appreciate you guys watching along though, and so does Yanko. What are you doing? You got your bed back? We got enough room in here for your bed, you know? You're wet. You soaking wet? That's a nice ball. I did get you some tennis balls when we went to the hardware store earlier. We had issues with the flywheel going to the torque converter bolts. Had to tap it while it was in there on one of them. Now it's all good, nice and tight. Everything's torqued. We're good there. Got motor mounts mostly in. I can't get this side till I put the starter in. Really bad design of how the starter sits down in. I think you drop the exhaust and pull that out of the way, like way out of the way, to get the starter in or out. It's a pain. But with that being said, yeah, you see I got those 2 bolts started. The third one's here for the back, but I gotta get the starter in first, which is behind that. And then we'll go along. Yeah, that motor sitting. Gotta get the top bolts tightened up. Rain is about over. I think we got a little bit more coming, but it's definitely, yeah, 3 inches. So that is enough rain. We got a whole pizza party going on here now. A Squad showed up, fed his crew. Andy doesn't actually work for A Squad, but pizza party with adult beverages. So Andy's motivation of helping me is probably out the window now, because how many beers do you have? One beer. He's done. You gonna help me now?
I had a couple nips.
Couple nips. But we got the front on, it's just sitting there because I got to remember how all the wires run and how everything goes through. But we'll get up and start working. Hey, we'll get up and start working on this. Got to tighten the transmission bolts in the back. Yeah, I can drop the turbo in, do the up pipes, down pipe. Did go with aftermarket. Let me get you in there. Oil drain off the turbo, because that back one really is a pain to get into. So we're gonna put you put your little heat shield on, and that goes, and then the turbo, which we're sticking with the Danville 68 stage 2R, and that will be, yeah, what I've been running. Happy with it. Like I said, I got an aftermarket drain line, so then you don't have to try bolting in the back. You just got to tighten that clamp that's gonna slip over there. But that being said, we got to cut this down so it's the right length. Gotta get it back out of there now. So that is the length to the bolt holes. So based on that, I just want really a little bit after that. So I'm not sure what I just hooked to. But I don't know what that's for. No idea actually. But alright. So that's literally my drain line coming out of the turbo, dropping back into the motor for the oil. So then we'll bolt it on the bottom of the turbo. You drop it on, that slips on, clamp it, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about the bolts behind that are odd to get to and everything else. So oil goes in the top. Yeah, and that one, oil comes out the bottom, keeps the turbo going. Got seal kits and the adapter and fitting. So get this on, make sure that's tight. Actually, there's a gasket on there, so we don't actually put these on other than the oil line adapter. Get all the bolts that go with it. I was gonna paint this turbo again, but I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. Yeah, because every time you put it in and take it out, you scratch it, and then you feel bad about it, and you want to paint it again, and you're in a rush. So we'll just leave it alone. Then you got your coolant lines that go on, and the seals kit came with all the coolant. I guess they're gaskets, but I don't think that's actually the terminology of them. Where does this go? Trying to remember where everything goes. It's one thing. That was almost bad. Oh, that would have been bad. What's in here? Oh, it's breaking. Let me get this in. Get this off of here. Alrighty, I guess we're gonna go put this in. Yeah, that would have been bad if I dropped this. We're good to go in. I just need a hand. I had this bag where it says down pipe, and then it goes down to something else that says coolant, and then it says whoosh, which, well, I'm not sure how it got named that, but there's the bolts for the turbo, which makes a whooshing noise. So when I get some help, climb up there and I'll set it in. That thing's heavy when you get at an awkward angle. But once that's in, yeah, looks like a motor almost. We went from like full-on storm weather to, well, it's sunny and beautiful. Hopefully it stays like this so we can get some grass chopped. I hope. So I know there's places that got hammered with rain and fields flooded and everything else, but got a phone call. So in this truck, as I'm waiting on them to come, I'm looking into the alternating cam firing order from Wagler. So I got a stage 1 alternating cam, which that changes the firing order of which one's compression, I guess. Well, changes which cylinder fires, for those people who don't understand what I'm saying there. So factory firing order would be 1, which would be front left, I think, and then 2, which would be front right. Problem with that is snapping crankshafts, snapping crankshafts off. So the alternating firing order goes 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 7, 8. So it spreads out the load as far as balancing it much better. From what I've heard on that is, my face is filthy. Sorry about that. It's still filthy. It looks like I got beat up. So what I've heard on that is you could literally take a can of soda and set it on the motor as it's running. I don't know how true that is, but that's multiple people have told me that, which is awesome. It's absolutely, like, it just means it's balanced. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, why do you need that much horsepower, this and that. I'm probably not going to run this motor at like maybe 500-600 horse where I was running it before. But having a motor so perfect is why I'm doing this. So making it last forever, hopefully, since, yeah, they failed. They all have their downside, but I put a lot of stuff into it that I could go make 1,000 horsepower plus. Not on this turbo setup, but it gives you the opportunity that if I wanted to, I could do that. But it gives you a peace of mind that you have a motor that can do that and you're only running it at half of what you expect it to be able to handle. So yeah, so I have the old camshaft, but this one should be pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. So plus we did the valves, push rods, valve springs, all of that was done. All new, yeah, new valves, everything. So this is like brand spanking new motor.
Got it? Yep. I got my sweatshirt. Where's the GoPro?
Where are you, GoPro? Andy's so confused. Alrighty, let's see if we can light this in there. Oh, that's so much easier. Granted, I still gotta get the bolts in, but dang, that was nice. So, what I got going on here is oh, there's one of the bolts. The down pipe, or the return, just slides down in. So that goes to here. Bolt goes in there. This goes to there. Easy peasy. What else we got? Yeah. Then we just gotta put probe oil in. But we gotta get the bolts in down below. That's the only thing. But the oil drain, I highly recommend that if you're doing a Duramax. That's pretty slick. It just slid right on it. So it's a fleece Duramax turbo drain tube kit. Simple. I got a lot of stuff I gotta pick up. This is what the old one consists of. So you get that on, but then you have to wiggle this and try to get it through the seal and not screw anything up. I'll put the 3 bolts in the turbo and then that will be good for actually slapping it in. So there's 3 bolts. 2 are easy to get, 1 is not. Swivel, tape it onto the end. That way when you pull out, the tape's gonna come with you, but then you can reach. I'll show you where it is. So you got your front left one. Well, towards you front, and then you get your back, but then you got one that's underneath all this. You can sneak in the back, but that's about it. So swivel, slide it down and in there. I'm probably gonna show you a bad angle because I gotta get where you guys are, but alrighty, I'll catch back with you. That's the trick. I had to put a short one though. So we're in now. We got to the point where the turbo is in. The man, Dan, who if you don't remember was here when we took it all apart.
Got my good side?
Got your good side. Firefighter Dan. Brought a big torque wrench. This has got to go to
255.
255. So we're going to figure out if we can torque this or not.
Crank bolt spin, but the motor's not, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I just don't want to crack my housing that I got my jammed into. But I think we'll be okay.
Oh boy.
It might have spun there.
Holy shit. There we go.
Oh yeah!
We're good.
We did it! Someone's sleepy, and I don't blame them. It's been a long day. Appreciate everybody watching along. I did sit around a little bit. There should be a trailer pulling in here at some point, and well, I guess we got a surprise in the morning. So hopefully I can keep working on this. We got a lot of it done. I do have to rewire some pins on there to go with the alternating cam. And I got to get some bolts for up pipes. But otherwise, a lot of it's still there. Or a lot of it's done. Everything's ready to go. Getting that wiring harness laid out is going to be a big task. And then we'll put radiator, intercooler, front clip, or the support. And then, yeah, not that far off. I did get my tunes. I'm wicked excited for what this truck is going to do. It's taken a boatload of my money, and somebody mentioned a comment on the last video, money. Oh, burning money. Yeah, I should have just said no, sold this, bought another semi, and kept making money, but this does haul a lot of my stuff, and I really enjoy this pickup, so I built it for the future, for what I want to do, for reliability, and it took a lot of money. But sitting here, this would have been a good down payment on a tractor. Well, this whole thing could be a tractor, but then I'd sit there and say I need a pickup. So I appreciate everybody watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the support. I know these videos aren't the most action content, but we need this so that we can go see some things and pick up some stuff. So appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good one. I'm glad this is in. Glad it's where it is. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Excited for a surprise. Excited to see what we got. And we got to get back into doing grass. So a lot to do. So have a good one. Thanks for watching.